This video is a step-by-step tutorial on how to add a placket to your hoodie or track pants. The length and width of a placket depends on your preferences. The measurements I use can be found in the video description. We need sleeve part, rib cuff, 2 pieces of interfacing and 2 placket pieces. First, apply interfacing to your placket pieces. Fold the placket piece in half, right sides together, and do a straight stitch 1 cm from the edge. I use 1 cm seam allowance. Clip the corner and trim the seam allowance, leaving 5 mm. Turn the placket right side out and press it out. Repeat the same to another piece. And press it. When you have 2 placket pieces ready, we need to do some calculations, because we need to know the exact placket placement on a sleeve. First, we measure the placket length. In my case, it is 15 centimeters. Then, fold in half, cuff detail, and measure the length. In my case, it's 6 centimeters. Then, we deduct the cuff length out of a placket detail length. So in my case, it's 15 minus 6 equals 9. And I need to consider 1 centimeter seam allowance. So I get 9 minus 1 equals 8. And I transfer that 8 centimeters to my sleeve. To calculate width, I take 3 centimeters, which is my placket width, without seam allowance, and deduct 1 centimeter for seam allowance, and I get 2 centimeters. And I just transfer my measurements on sleeve detail. I get a rectangular shape with 90 degrees angles. Just make sure that all your angles are 90 degrees. You need to cut out that shape. But before you do so, I recommend checking yourself. Use a hand stitch or pins to temporarily secure a cuff detail on a sleeve. And place your packet just to make sure that all edges are aligned and you have at least 2 centimeters above 2 centimeters of placket above that 8 centimeter mark that you just made. Yes, I'm just checking, yes, that I have 8 centimeter mark, and then I have extra, at least 2 centimeter extra of my placket above that mark. If everything looks right, cut that piece out. Now we can attach cuff detail to a sleeve. To make sure that you distribute cuff piece evenly over the sleeve edge, you can fold sleeve piece in half and mark at the center. Yes. And do the same to the cuff piece. Place cuff on a sleeve, right sides together, line up edges and match marks, and pin. So, with the serger, I use a 4-thread overlock stitch. Make sure that you're stretching only cuff piece. And do an overlock stitch on the opposite cuff edge, just to do edge finishing. Press both seams. Now, fold the cuff in half and mark the center at the fold. Do the same at the opposite edge. Then, place a placket piece onto the sleeve, raw edge to the raw edge, matching the center mark you just made. Align the edges and pin it. I am marking 1 centimeter from the edge to find the point where I need to stop sewing. It should be 1 centimeter past the corner. And do a straight stitch. Here I need to stop stitching 1 centimeter past the corner. Now make an incision at the corner at 45-degree angle, leaving 1 millimeter uncut to the point where you stop stitching. 1 millimeter uncut. Then take the second placket piece, place it onto the placket piece you just sewed on, and align 2 pieces together, the edges of 2 pieces. Place over the other half of your sleeve and do a straight stitch 1 centimeter from the edge, from that point where you stopped your seam, prior seam. Now you can trim excess threads, remove pins, and use the serger to knit and roll edges. Hide threads and seams using a big eye needle and press out all seams. Now we can attach opposite sleeve edge to the top placket piece. Align all edges and pin. And do a straight stitch 1 centimeter from the edge. Now we can sew the entire sleeve with the serger. Hide threads in the seams using the big eye needle. And your cuff is almost ready. Now you can use sewing machine or hand stitch or top stitch to secure the cuff. Don't forget to press out all seams and your placket is done. The size of my placket is 14 centimeters long and 3 centimeters wide. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let me know in the comments below. And thank you for watching.